Yep, it's getting colder over here, so I brought out the long sleeve undershirt type deal. Yeah. And I have my first victim for Kisius. Mm. 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 You're so fluffy. You're so fluffy. You're the fluffiest. You're like a little chinchilla. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And put you down. Alright. Y'all ready? Hopefully y'all aren't too hungry. Hopefully y'all aren't too hungry, huh? Not too hungry? Because I actually fed them even earlier this morning. Once again, I go to sleep at a decent time, and then I wake up at like 2:30 in the morning, and this time I was like, you know what, screw it. If I'm going to be up at this hour and I can't go to sleep right away, I might as well do something. So I messed around on the phone for a little while. Hey, YouTube, be nice. YouTube, be nice. So I messed around on the phone for a little while. She always does that. That's her go-to move now. She hates being held, and she's acts like she's dumb, but she's figured it out. If she puts her paw in my mouth, I'm immediately putting her down. I'm like, no, I don't need those germs in my mouth. You're a sneaky one, aren't you? Yeah, clever girl. Anyways, so they ate a little bit, and I went ahead and cleaned the litter boxes, because like I said, there's quite some time that passes between, so middle of the night, I was like, I'm sure they need to be done again. Anyways, and I even made a coffee. I was like, if I'm not going back to sleep, maybe if I have a coffee, like, it'll help me not be exhausted the rest of my day, because that's how coffee works. So there's that. And then I dozed off. It seems like I wake up like 2:30 a.m. I doze off at like 5 again, but then the sleep is not as good. I wake up at like, this morning I woke up at like 6:45. The little guy woke me up because he woke up and he had to go to the bathroom. And then I was pretty tired, but eventually, soon after, I was like, okay, well, I gotta seize the moment and actually wake up and drop off the little guy on time, early enough for once, for him to have breakfast. So I did that. So I dropped him off. 7:30, I was already there, ready to walk into the school. And we did that. Okay. Babies. Little tiny babies. I bumped you. I'm sorry. Oh, I flipped it. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Alright, we were experiencing some technical difficulty. That's the Venus and Vita. Vita, Venus, Vesta, and Vicky. Okay. In the hang of this, let me go ahead and scoop that food out before I forget. Little bushy baby. Little bushy baby. Alrighty. Yeah, I dropped it somewhere. I couldn't find it. But, I already had the trash loaded up in the trunk. Because it was full, the trash can. So once I dropped them off, I took that out. And then I came back and I was just like, ugh, I don't want to do anything. So I laid around for a couple hours just mindlessly scrolling. Got a little hungry. Ate a little something. I'm not big on breakfast, but I'm trying to be better about it because I know breakfast is important. I'm trying to get back to the, wake up 1 hour later. Okay, I'm still up. I should probably at least somewhat eat something, but I've just been feeling so bloated lately. So, like, I woke up, and when I felt like it was time I should probably eat something, I just drank something instead. Add some water, made my coffee, had some of that, had some Activia, took my medicine. And by then I was feeling already full. I was like, man, just liquids alone. Like, my stomach still needs a little bit more time than that to wake up, I guess, and really start getting hungry. Not even be hungry, just start getting hungry. But I guess it also helps I had a pretty good dinner last night. I made my fried rice. That was yummy. Working on the recipe. Maybe one day I can share with y'all exactly how I make that. It's not like completely homemade, I'll be honest. Like, I get like a frozen box of the vegetable fried rice. But then I add some other stuff to it that gives it my own little pure RNG twist. Alright, they're still eating. I've already cleaned this. Let me go ahead and get the wet food while I'm ahead. Had to pack a lunch for the little guy today, so since I woke up early enough, I went ahead and did that and dropped him off with it, so I don't have to go back over there awkwardly. It's like I could do that, but you just never know. Might have some errands or something to do in the middle of the day, and also saves them the back and forth of like they placed a lunch order for him and then turns out they have to cancel it because he's got a lunch. Gus is done eating. Let me scoop that up. I'll be right back. Gus actually ate some. She didn't eat much when I fed them earlier this morning because it was like level 3 mush. So, no, that's not yours. Victoria just keeps eating most of hers. She left like not even a bite here. Let's see what Venus left, because Venus is done too. Okay, she left a few bites. See? And waiting on Vita to finish eating, so I'll clean these other bowls. Pick up some food they spilled out on the floor. Yep. Yeah, after laying around for 2 hours, I didn't even sleep, I just rested because just trying to not overdo it. Even when I probably do have the energy, it's like, okay, but do I really want to use this energy now and then possibly not have it later when I need it? You know, so I gotta strategize. I've also been using the Pokemon Sleep app. I've got mixed feelings about it. I'm still trying to like use it a little. The first day I used it, I didn't want to use it anymore. I'll be honest. I was like, this is way more complicated than it needs to be. I just want to keep track of my sleep. But if you want, but I will say at least so far, like if you want the nostalgia, you know, you've got the time when you wake up and before you go to bed to just be on the phone, which I know most of us are on the phone, you know, one or the other or both, at least for like 5 minutes. We're just a phone-centric society at this point. It's gonna need a little bit more time than usual, I would say, for like the first few days you're using the app, because you're getting everything started and there's like the tutorial type thing going on. And like I do definitely feel like they make it a bit more complicated than it needs to be, considering it's a sleep app. Like, I just want to know how much I'm sleeping, if it's good sleep or not. I don't think it's the best accurate method of recording what your sleep is really like. One function I think is really cool and kind of funny is it actually, you know, if you're kind of okay with some third party possibly having some personal information, of course, is it records audio overnight while you're sleeping. So, and then when you wake up and you like disable that, it'll like play back for you moments where there was like the most noise going on. And I've heard myself, it's hard to know if it is me because I'm also sleeping with the little guy, and then there's the 4 cats, and we're sleeping by the corner where they jump up to the fish tank and all. So there's going to be some kind of noise. Somebody's going to be rolling around, whether it's me or not, I don't know. But sometimes, like, I just fall asleep watching a YouTube video and it'll play back like the audio of what I've been hearing as I'm sleeping overnight. And sometimes it's pretty funny. It's kind of like, oh, okay, so that's what we were listening to in our sleep. Okay. So if you don't mind something recording you while you're sleeping, you're just curious. Obviously, if you are completely by yourself, it'd be more accurate, you know. I'm gonna set this up for later. Okay. And Vesta. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I don't pour out too much. Boom. And then for Vita, since I'm feeding them just a little bit more often, I'm going to give them a little bit less food more often. That's a little bit more, yeah. Okay, here's Vita's. Okay. And Vita is here, by the way, if you want to see her. She's got her best baking face on. Yeah, I can't put your paw in my face if I'm holding you like that. Okay. So there's that. You sneaky little sneak. And treats. 3, 6, 9, 12. And then the wet food. Yep. We'll see if I think, yeah, I have crumbs for you. This can right here. Vicky's can is out. Okay, back to me, away from my messy kitchen. Maybe I'll clean it today. We'll see. Have to open a new can for Vicky to get her second scoop. Boom. And ow. I'm gonna just scooch all this over. One moment here. Okay, there's that. Now Vesta. Okay. Totally missed that. And second scoop for Vesta. And for Venus, she's gonna get 2 scoops of this. 1. Apparently, like, the job I used to work at, I may be keeping in touch with some people over there. I may be hearing about some things that are still going on. And come on, I'm not the only person that does that. Okay, so relax. But I may have found out just now that they're still getting good reviews about me. So, yeah, that's awkward. Don't know what to do with that information, but we can't turn back now. It's too late for that. Here you go, Vita. You can have this scoop. Sometimes you just get to a point where you're like, you know what? No matter what I do, it's not going to be good enough. I'm going to fail doing what I don't really want to do. Like, I thought I wanted to do that, and it was really nice while it lasted. And I learned a lot, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say I completely wasted my time. You know, everything has a rhyme and a reason. It all comes together at some point in time. Several moments throughout your life. I've had that feeling where I'm like, huh, my childhood was kind of sucky, but without my sucky childhood, I wouldn't have found my amazing husband and been able to relate to him so well. And he wouldn't have, and he had a sucky past, but we just are perfectly imperfect for each other, if that makes any sense. Stuff like that. I don't know where I was going with that, once again, but sometimes you just get to a point in your life where you're like, you know what, no matter what I do, it's not going to be good enough, it's not going to be enough, period. Slaving away for what? And I'm missing out on all of this. Here you go, Vita. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's probably not the most beneficial, smartest move, but hey, I took the smartest move I could make and I still fucked up somehow. It still got messed up somehow. So, I know I'm being super vague here again. I apologize. Maybe one day I'll be able to add more details and lore. I'm not trying to, like, be... I just don't really want to be outright and say anything that's going to hurt anybody. That's just how life is. You know, sometimes you think something's going to work out, and then it doesn't. You just start over. Like Like I told him when I was leaving, it's not the first time I started over, and it probably won't be the last time I start over. For all I know, this isn't going to work out, and I'm going to have to completely start over, go off the grid, and maybe I'll have to go to Alaska with my husband. I don't know. And just be like, no, you don't know me from anywhere. Let's see. What am I doing? Putting something. Okay. One day I'll have furniture in here and it won't be so echoey. Right, Vita? Trying to figure out what's going to sit up here. Hey! That's what you sound like, just so you know. Okay. And scoops. We have scoops. Thank you. Just got tired of missing out on life in general. You know? Oh, okay, here we go. It's like, ironically, if you're not a gambler, you have to gamble. Like, I can't gamble on the possibility of reincarnation or an afterlife. As far as I know, this is the only shot I've got that I'm conscious of on this earth. And I would just like to make the most of it. You know? So, in a way, I have to gamble, take a gamble on this life, and do what's always been in the back of my mind of like, well, what if? You know, what if we just rolled a d20 and went with whatever number we landed on? And right now, I feel like I'm on a badly made d20, and I don't know if I'm looking at a 6 or a 9. That's where I feel like I'm at right now. And maybe somebody out there relates too, and hopefully this comes across to somebody that needs to hear it. Because guess what? It's okay. You're not alone. I'm right there with you. Let's see. Oh, would you look at that? Look at what I found. I left this laying around. My serotonin. I looked it up one day and just drew it. So I just like leave it randomly on the floor and I just shuffle it off around to wherever. So if I find it, I'm just like, oh, there it is. Because I needed that. I'm going to leave it somewhere I'm most likely going to forget about it. Alright, so I will find that again when I need to. If that makes any sense. Okay, cool. So they're fed. Now the litter boxes. They shouldn't be as bad as they have been in the mornings at this hour because, like I said, when I first woke up at like 2:30 in the morning, I did the litter boxes. I took care of them. I was like, y'all can have a little snack. I'm having a snack. Y'all can have a snack. I'll scoop your poops, you know. Get a head start on my morning poop with my coffee. What I'm going on about. But look, I did some dishes last night. I know it looks like a lot, but there was like a lot more. Like, this is dishes from last night because I made dinner for once. So, look. And then here's some dishes I'm going to need to put away. And I've got this cleaned up. I've got this. This was a little bit more cleaned up. But I'm thinking maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But I would really like to finally get my toaster in and get all this out of the way. Cause yeah, decisions. There is potential. I just need potential energy myself. That is kinetic energy, actually, for all you physics nerds up there. That's right, we're doing science lessons today. We're multitasking. Hello. Alrighty. Where are we at? Let's see what this. Yep, I see some sawdust. They're so bad at covering their poopies. They probably just know I'm gonna dig it up anyway, so like what's the point? I'm covering up poopies. Okay, there's that. That looks pretty good. Le pipette. Ooh, yeah, le pipette. Glad I did these earlier because I cannot imagine what they would look like now. Now, when I told myself in high school, nobody loves me, nobody will ever love me, I'm just going to be a crazy cat lady for the rest of my life, even though I don't even like cats because I've never had cats, and the few experiences I've had with cats have not been so great, but that's fine. You know, I didn't think I would end up here. I didn't think I would end up, shortly after thinking that to myself, running into the love of my life. And then we get a place together, and I say, I want pets. And he says, well, if we get pets, we're getting cats. And I say, okay, I guess. And then he ends up rescuing two, the first two, Venus and Vesta. And then we moved. And we rescued another one. He rescued another one. And then we moved again, and I rescued the last one, Vita. And now here we are. So I don't want to move states again, because it seems like every time we move states we have to adopt another cat. So I think I've reached my limit with 4, you know, although it's really hard. I would like to adopt more, because now I'm just at the point where it's like, well, screw it, it's just one more mouth, one more vet bill, one more everything, dose of cuteness and unconditional love. Especially when I go to PetSmart so often. And sometimes I see the same kitties in there over and over again. And my son, of course, loves cats. So he's just like, we have 4, but what if we got like 6 more cats? And I'm just like, we'd have to buy a mansion before we do that. Had a mansion and I could stay home and take care of them and we could afford it and everything, I'd be totally down for it. But we're not there. This is where we are. I can't remember if I checked this. Okay, I did. Could be better, could be worse. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it out, because there was a lot of sawdust that filtered through onto that. Okay. Put this away. Yeah, I meant to like post some more stuff yesterday, but I ended up having to go to Walmart to get some winter stuff for my husband. He needed like sweats and beanies and all that good stuff, which, yeah, Alaska. Because it's actually cheaper for me to get it and mail it to him than for him to like order it over there where everything is sticker shock, because imports and whatnot. Tariffs. Whatever the word is for it. Okay, just give me one moment here. Let's see. Get another bag in here. But once again, I go to checkout and I'm thinking what I have is not more than $300. And I go to scanning everything. All I had in cash on me was $300. And turns out everything was more than $300. It was like $360. So yeah, let's see. Where am I? What did I do? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's it for next time. Spray in here. Don't worry about that. But yeah. So I'll have to go back today because I had to put back one of the pairs of sweats. I'll have to go back and get that, send it maybe. I'm waiting on the address. Yep, as usual, got quite a few things to do. Don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it all. Can't do it all, so I'm just gonna get done what I can get done. But that's where I'm at right now. Just took care of the kitties. Don't really know what my next move is. Gonna go from there. Yeah.